I'm Social Free State. I'm a victim of the current EU migrant rate crisis. My case is still open, so I remain anonymous. And I'm talking about political correctness, how it enables crimes and how it also silences the victims of those crimes. I'm going to give you a typical response which I get when I make a comment. And this comment was made on the Young Turks video about the alt-right. I made this statement. This video makes me sad. As an anti-establishment female who opposes migrants, I was raped by one who forced his way into my home. I make a comment here. The Young Turks might not accept this as rape since it is not politically correct. And opposing also Sharia and SJWs. I too have stated some trolls of the alt-right need to be addressed. Those loons don't do videos, so it could be people just pretending to be alt-right. Having said that, the majority of my support base are alt-right and none are SJWs. My case is too politically incorrect and triggering for them. That says so much more to me. Like I said, a rape by a migrant or a Pakistani Muslim means he is the victim, and in UK law, men are given longer sentences if they sexually assault the Asian, Pakistani, or Indian women of a certain religion than white women. Fact. I wrote that. I'm in the legal world. I am in the legal world, but I am not. I'm not a barrister or anything like that. Anyway, some of these have been removed. I've seen that some of these comments have been removed, and one of mine has as well. And I'm surprised that mine was removed, but other people's weren't. Very shocked actually that the Young Turks decided to remove mine rather than this. So this person here messaged, "No offense, but who wants to rape an English woman? They are fucking ugly." I responded to this and I said, "I suppose you only rape beautiful women, right?" And that message got deleted. I'm surprised that my message saying you only rape beautiful women was deleted and this wasn't. It's interesting that they kept that up and deleted mine. Yeah, someone here makes the statement that I will be called a liar. Well, I frequently am. You know, I am on a regular basis called a liar. I think that's one of the things which puts me off telling my family as well. Having had the response which I had. Yeah, he's replied, see, to my message about raping beautiful women. I have sex with beautiful women, not rape them. And then he goes on to say, if I was a rapist, I'll go to Brazil to rape. Dear me. And they kept that on. They deleted mine, which is very strange. Eric the Red, you need to go full alt-right or else I have little to no sympathy for you. Well, that's fine. I'm not asking for your sympathy. I don't believe you are English from your... Okay. I don't believe Nazis like you. That's a typical reply. That's often messaged to me. These replies are horrible. Sorry you had this experience. I'm not personally against immigration, but I definitely think that strict regulations should be in place to prevent these awful situations. Your situation should definitely be a feminist issue. It's just sad that a movement that gave women so much power had been something. Well, I like that. Thank you very much. That's one nice response from so far. I hate to break your libtard bubble, but rape is wrong no matter what your political disposition is. I bet you're also a terrorist apologist as well. Oh, right, okay, that's not to me. Phew. I should rape you for being a dumb fuck. And again, I'm really shocked that the Young Turks have kept that up when, you know, they say the things that they say. This is very typical. Social free state, you were raped by a penis. This they've done it twice. They absolutely believe this argument that they've done it twice. Your attacker was in possession of a penis. your, your attacker was in possession of a penis. They're absolutely convinced by that argument, aren't they? Yes, I was raped by a penis. They make it sound as if the penis jumped off the man's body and made its way over to my vagina and started raping it. It was still attached to the man. It was still attached to the rapist as the penis raped my vagina. Yes. God. And then yeah, this going on about white Christian. They start defending the Asian person by talking about deflecting onto white people. So that's very typical. Therefore, with your sweeping logic, you must hate the entire male population also. No, not really. You know, my comment is fair. It's not a nasty comment. I'm allowed to feel upset about the migrant crisis and how it's affecting people included and how it has affected myself. Nothing that I said was I don't believe that anything that I've said is unreasonable in that comment, but you know, SJWs clearly do. And also another comment I'd just like to say, the entire male population because of possession of a penis. You know now that women can be jailed and sentenced for rape because they pretend to be males with using vibrators. So that would mean that I have to hate everybody. Social free state, alt-right troll. Racially charged comment like yours was made also on the torrent site. What's the torrent site? I'm not sure what that means. That didn't went so well for that commentator of evident racist bullshit. That person got instantly reported and banned. I recommend you remove your racist baiting comment before people decide to report your I'll finish, but goes on. And what happened when Trump was first touting his anti-immigration bullshit, and Trump has recently restarted his immigration bullshit, and so have his followers like you. I interact with your ilk on a daily basis on another social media site, and I know every trick you Trumpsters try to pull. Well, I'm British. I have no interest in Trump. As I recommend you in your first reply to you, it would be better if you delete your race baiting post, cause that is the bottom line of it, and simply get lost. Well, I'm not getting lost, Jesse James, because what I've been through needs to be talked and discussed, no matter how awkward it is for you, sweetheart. I'm sorry you went through such a traumatic experience, but just because your rapist was a migrant doesn't mean that all or anywhere near the majority are. Well, I never said that they were. I just said that I don't want them here. You may as well say that all men are rapists. Well, no, you're absolutely taking what I said out of context, really. I'm allowed to feel traumatized and upset by the certain types of people who are coming here and are not receiving the sentencing that they should be receiving. If their sentencing is not adequate because of who they are, then I'm allowed to feel the fear that I'm feeling. I hope you recover, but your experience seems to have coloured your perception of all immigrants. Yes, it has, and it also has, and also the sentences of other criminals and paedophiles. It's more to do with the sentencing and the enabling by the authorities. If you were raped by a white Christian, would you want to ban all of them? Well, I'm in a white Christian country, so that wouldn't be something that I could do, but I would certainly pluck up the courage to talk about it, yes. Or do you just reserve special judgment for people who don't look like you? Again, this isn't about people who look different to me. It's about the legalities of it all. Oh, here we go. SBS. You are on my web pages. I've seen you. Okay, you went to alt-right. No, the alt-right came to me, and they have supported me for the most of them have. However, people like yourself are trolling me. People that see white women as a whole as traitors. They see mistreatment from the sides of minorities as poetic justice, and any super as white knighting. I'm really struggling to read this. Of the same, what brought them to become citizens of the second class in their own country. And now you're speaking to the same people. You girls have given power over your countries, literally making your own people to citizen to second class. I'm struggling with that. Read some history about Africa and Islamic world. Small advice: don't go to. Well, I'm commenting on a video about the alt-right. You know, it doesn't matter whether I do comment on Young Turks actually, because I'd like the followers to know what's going on. You aren't. We aren't you. What? Rape is rape, and if it happened to you, I'm truly sorry. Okay. I'm truly sorry, but I'm gonna give you some shit now, huh? Is that what you're gonna say? However, if you're upset that your side, who loves sending death and rape threats, my side? Did you read that? Did you read that comment? This is the problem which I have with the internet. No one listens and no one reads. To women for wanting to be able to make decisions about our own bodies, have equal protection under the law, and daring to speak out about their own rapes by attackers who don't conveniently fall into a category of people you're trying already dislike. Ooh. Is treating you badly? Well, honestly, you should have more sense than that. It's no secret that the alt-right doesn't like women. So if you're a woman, why are you surprised they don't like you? You didn't read the comment, did you? You didn't read the comment because I just said the SJWs don't like me. And the alt-right have been supportive of me. Dear me, go and read. Sorry for what happened to you. Nobody writes off rape just because it's politically correct. Alright, here we go. Sorry what happened to you, but you're a bullshitter and you're a racist. This is very typical as well. This is very reactionary to what I say, and this is very, very typical. So yeah, I'm a racist and I'm a bullshitter. I'm sorry that you got raped. So okay, A Amir will be Asian or Indian and Pakistani or something. I hope you recover. Thank you. I wonder if you would get raped by a white man. Would that affect your political views? Would you change your principles? White men never rape. Everyone gentlemen. Okay, that's an interesting subject, and I'm glad that it's coming from you because I suspect that you're an Asian man. Um, yes, I would still be speaking out about it if there was inequality involved in the legislation and the legal sentencing, then I would be speaking out about it. Yes, absolutely, and it would certainly change my principles on how I see things. I never said that white men don't rape either. If you could read that, that was never stated. Um, okay, this is a comment to Jada Vex. Dumb European leaders are literally letting those migrants do whatever they want. It has to do with race. They hate white people. Ever hear of what happened in Rotherham? It's no secret that our governments have sold us out. They have. They are refusing to take care of these people or of these problems related to massive third world immigration for fear of being politically incorrect. Hence why more whites are going right wing by the minute. But hey, you seem to hate whites as well, specifically straight white men. So of course you would side against Europe. Oh, I don't agree with everything that you've said there. What was it? The dumb fuck. Didn't have to say that. Quit whining. Shut up. Some people are a bit obviously annoyed with the rape comment about raping ugly people. You can't just blame an entire group for the mistakes of one person. Very counterproductive. Well, I can if authoritative figures are excusing that entire group. I certainly can. 500% is the increase of rape of foreigners in Sweden. Increase of rape by foreigners in Sweden. It's not one person. Inaccurate race baiting Felipe. Well, I like Felipe. I like Felipe. He gets it. People choose not to support you, not because it's not political correct, but because, from what I read here, you don't make sense. I'm pretty progressive and also don't care for Sharia. That's actually a pretty consistent way of thinking. Conservatism, especially religious conservatism, no matter the religion, is something that goes against liberal thought. However, Sharia, okay, level. Why don't you agree with me? I don't mind if you don't agree with me. You say you oppose migrants. What does that even mean? Are you against people moving from one place to another? That seems an odd thing, that it's like saying I oppose the weather. Well, no, I don't mind someone going from my next door neighbours to upstairs or something, you know. No, I don't care where they go, but I want them to stick to the laws, and they're not doing that right now. I mean, yeah, having been raped by one person out of this quite large group definitely says everything we need to know about it, right? Because they bring a different culture and you view them as damaging to the fabric of society and a criminal danger. Yes, I do think that they are. Thing is, you don't seem to just openly speak your mind, but instead, well, I do openly speak my mind, but try to cover your thoughts in a layer of what you think makes it acceptable. I don't understand what that means. If Islamic culture and brown people are scary to you, which they are, and you don't want them coming in large groups, just say that instead of this silly talk about migration. Well, brown people are migrating over here. What else am I? Why have you made such a huge um, debate thing there? You could have just said that in one go. I don't believe you. Well, you don't have to. Oh, you're from the UK, but still, your soldiers helped us fight in the wars. and had stories about getting saved too. Evan Gaming, what was that? I don't understand what that means. It's just like a whatever. Whatever. Social Free State, your story sounds like bullshit. It sounds like a made-up excuse to be racist. As if rape has anything to do with race in the first place. That's very typical. Social Free State, sorry you were raped, I feel for you and wish you didn't have to go through the pain. But the race of the guy or legal status doesn't matter. It absolutely does matter because you need to provide characteristics and a description, so it does matter. It's like saying white guys, like a white guy never raped anyone. Well, I never said that white guys never raped anyone. I don't know how you can come to that conclusion from what I've said. There are criminals everywhere. It's human imperfection. That is in every human alive. I don't know what you're talking about, quite honestly. It is systematic misogyny and bigotry that is very real, but exists in the migrant's home country, but shapes the attitude of the migrant. If the government truly cared about their people, they would have applied the law equally and not allowed cultural misunderstanding as an excuse. Wow, you really get it. Thank you. And you're so rational with your reply as well. Answer me a simple question. If survivability is what we use to decide what culture, society norms are superior, dear me. What are you ranting on about? Oh, I'm not reading all of that. What does Mr. Rationality say? I'm going to say that you're a man. Okay. May I ask which system is worse and which system is best? I am suggesting a Western-style justice system applied fairly to everyone with no excuses. These migrants who've moved to Western countries should be people who want to live that way instead of making the local population accept their backward system. I'm not going to read everything that you've written there, but I love your rationality. And I love the way that you're explaining things so far. I'm going to like it even though I haven't read it all. And I really appreciate your rational reply. Yeah. So this is very typical of what I receive. The majority is quite hateful, and then a few rational replies as well. And as you can imagine, it really gets to me. You were raped by a penis. It just unzipped itself from the male's body and started raping my vagina. That's how rape works. Oh, dear me. You were raped by a penis. That's going to be my title. Okay, well, please subscribe if you haven't already, and what else am I meant to say? Oh, follow me if you're going to support me on Patreon or make support or something like that. I'll try and figure out what it is, what it's called. But Patreon is charging my supporters, and I'm not happy about that, and neither should you be. So we'll sort something out. We'll find another alternative. Yeah, share my videos. Thank you. Bye.